think we're going. I think we're going. And we'll find out right now. By going here. We got Kentucky. How about that Derby, huh? Was it Always Dreaming, I think, won? That's your up-to-the-minute Derby. Derby news. Glasgow, Wisconsin. Yo, what's up, Krell Bar, Pottsville. Mr. Bissy. Always good to see you, buddy. What's up, brother? Yo, Freddie. Got you North Carolina. Get you Stockton, UK. We got Philadelphia. We got UK. Nice Greco. This is a nice Greco. Wasn't about a few days ago. It's good now. We got you Hartford, Connecticut. Australia, what's up? Good morning to you. Canada. Philly. Sounds great. That's good. Sup, Tonally Savage. I like that name. Cobalt, Ontario. Silver capital of the world. Did not know that. London, Ontario. What's up from Florida? What's up, Florida? We're getting a little Florida weather, but we're getting back cold again. We had a little, that mugginess. I think I saw Maryland go by, Australia, Holland, Chile. I better catch up. Chicago, Rhode Island, Maine, Spring Grove, PA, Vienna. It's 1 a.m., just got home. Oh, welcome home. Greece, you're up late. Michigan, Bensalem, PA. Norristown, little London. What pickups are you running in that SG? I have no idea. This is not my guitar. I just, the neck was snapped off. I fixed the neck. Mexico, Islamabad, Minnesota, Little Compton. Tried to put EMGs in my Jackson. Failed. Watching you now. Serenity now. You'll get it. I saw Pittsburgh. I think I saw Texas go by. I think I saw Uruguay. Play Hallelujah. I think I know that one. Chicago, Brazil, Orlando, Alabama. What was that? I forget. Oh, man. It's been so long since I played that. Maryland. 10 centimeters of snow. Better you than me. I like the snow, but I'm officially over it. The basement is dry. And I'm so... Dude, the rain was coming down yesterday. I was freaking out. Martin from Sydney. What's up, Martin? Good morning to you. G'day from Australia. Mexico. I think I saw Louisville. It's going a little fast. Scotland. And that's the guitar from the Instagram. And in the Facebook. The Facebook and the Instagram. Just dropped $3,000 on a custom shop Martin D18. No regrets. Yeah, dude. That's a gorgeous guitar. It's a family heirloom. Hello, thanks and hello from Atlanta. Hello, Atlanta. Studio City, California. Can you play Always With Me, Always With You? No, geez, I probably did know that at one time. But I haven't played that since like 1989. It's been a bit. Wichita, Kansas, Arizona, Detroit, and Ontario and Indiana. And you see Simbor and Hagar at the Derby. Well, the Derby is full of rich folk that you know. You won't see me in your rugged company. I know rain does seem... Well, we've had a lot of rain, Krellbar. You know that. You're up in this area. Thanks, man. Ubuntu says, love your channel. Thanks, buddy. In fact, I just loaded Lubuntu, the light Ubuntu, on an old laptop to try and revive it. It's got an ARM processor in it. What a sled that thing is. It's like even Windows 10. Maybe 10S would do something, but I don't think so. I don't think it's that lightweight. Atlanta, London, have a Kiesel CT6 on order. Oh, jeez. Look at you. Soul, what's up? I think who needs college? Yeah. Dude, I sold my Gem 777 signed by Steve Vai for $900 in I want to say 91 to pay for college. It was so not worth it. Chandler, Arizona, Holland. Seeing PA. I'm seeing Hudson, Mass. Hudson. Yeah, the strap is upside down. Or is it? Maybe the rest of the frame is upside down. I'm going a little quick here. Seeing PA. Little Mustang. So I don't know if I showed you this one. Let's talk about... Let's talk about this guitar for a split second. As you can see, it's a Greco. Geez, looking good in the. You know, I just strung it up about an hour ago. So a buddy of mine, the guy who owns the Gibson, the one I used in a live show, like 2 live shows ago, the Future Tribute. Did he put the pickguard on? Everyone was like, hey, it looks good with the pickguard on. The guy who owns that guitar, he owns this one. And he bought it. He also owns a Fuji Gen that he bought off of Mr. Sparkle over in Japan. And that came through awesome. He bought this one from a different guy, not Mr. Sparkle, and the guy, like, did not pack it very well, and when it showed up, it had a broken neck. The neck was snapped off. Right about here. Here's your snap points. Right here, and pretty much all pretty much the whole back of this thing was, like, snapped. So what I had to do was I had to take the strap button off, because I needed a flat surface, right? And I went out and I bought it. Geez, I wish I brought them. I didn't bring them over here, but I bought glue needles. That's actually a thing, right? I guess it can be used for anything. You can inject a roast beef with marinade or whatever, but I don't know if I think they said they were food grade, but I don't know. Anyway, it's basically an oversized needle that could never go on your arm, but it has a nice little point to it, and you can get glue way down in there. So I used the biggest needle with the smallest tip, and I just got it down in there, and, you know, I filled it up and filled it up and filled it up until it was coming out the sides like crazy. And then of course, when I clamped it, it was a real mess. And you had to use, I used Tight Bond to glue it. And then I clamped it all up, and I left it for about, I don't know, about 36 hours. I left it, you know. And then when I got to it, I just had to take a little bit of the excess off with a wet rag. Say wet rag 10 times fast. And boy, it really came out great. I was like, damn, brah. That's pretty good. This strap is so friggin' old. The ends are really worn out on it. But you know, I was a little worried that I was worried enough that I put 9s on it. I didn't want to go with 10s. Just in case. How's that for stupidity? Oh, let me put the 9s on it. And I tuned it to like D to start just to see how stable it was. I think it wasn't going anywhere. And I waited another day. I took the clamps off yesterday and let it sit another night. And then today, I finally strung it up and set the action on it. Gotta be careful with that one. The hell was that? Anyway. So the thing about the type on, just how neurotic I was about this, it's like first I had to like scope it out for a month. And then when I finally, and then I had to order the needles, which I didn't realize were coming from China. So it took like forever. It took like a month to get here. And then when they finally got it and they were awesome, I was like, wow, that's actually pretty good. It's worth the wait. Then I went to go use my type on and I noticed on the label it said copyright 2003. And I said, well, that's pretty old. I don't think I want to use type on from 2003. I mean, it's probably good, but how much is type on? $6 for a giant, for a bottle about this size? Yeah, I can go up to Home Depot. So then I went up to Home Depot to get the type on, and I got it and brought it home. It's just like, right, Rosanna Den. If it ain't one thing, it's another. I got it home, and it became obvious to me that this had been a returned bottle. I was like, someone opened this. There's no seal. There was glue in the upper part. I was like, oh, come on. I brought it back, went and got a new one. That was sealed. It's like, thank you. It's like, come on, man. Home Depot. West Virginia, what's up, buddy? Which specific type on original? No, I went type on 3. It's the latest formula, and the reason why I went with type on 3 was that it had a longer working time before it's set up, which is something I wanted, and it was waterproof instead of water resistant, which I thought was a good thing. And it had, a better than wood strength drying adhesion. So after fully cured, if you tried to pull it apart, you would most likely splinter something right next to it instead of it itself. Milwaukee, what's up? What are your amp settings, Pixie? That's a great question. I am using I'm using TH3. I'm using a patch called British American Hard Rock. Unfortunately, I don't know which bank that's in. You're gonna have to go on a patch search to find it. And I don't think there's a search function. Sorry. Look in the rock, or look in like the new in TH3. It's probably in there, but this is my custom bank. Because as I go through and I find patches I like, I copy them and I paste them in my custom bank. So I don't have to go looking for them again. And it's in my custom bank. So it's called British American Hard Rock. And it is a Tube 9, which is obviously their version of a Tube Screamer. And that's going into a dual amp. It's basically a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier in one channel and a Marshall JMC 900 in the other channel. That's not what they call it. I'm looking at them and deciphering based on the look of it. One's called like modern and one's called like rock. But it's basically what someone would call tread plate and one would call like, M900 or a British 900. And then it's just a digital delay, digital reverb in the M vintage amp. You use Gorilla Glue. Yeah, I thought about it. You'd be on the edge of there like sawing off all that poly. Oh my God. Gorilla Glue is good for some things, but damn, not guitars. Fort Wayne, Indiana, what's up? How are you today, Pixie? Doing good. Got a bunch of crap done, which is always good. It's just been like a crazy... It's just been a crazy week. I realized on Monday, which was the first, that I needed a sticker. When I went to go get it, I forgot my engine light was on. We pulled up the engine codes, and I needed a new EGR valve, which is easy enough. But I just didn't have the right sockets. I had to go to a buddy's house, and it was always it's always something. I got that done. Had to go back, get the sticker. TH3 is a software product. It's TH3. That is it. There's nothing really to add other than Overloud, which is the manufacturer of the product. So Overloud is the maker. It's an Italian company. And TH3 is the product name. Yeah, a Marshall rectum fryer. I don't know. You've probably been asked this before. Where did you get your YouTube name? Is it something random you made, or does it have a specific meaning? It was. I started. Thanks, Nolan. I started here as a contest for Steel Panther. All right. So Steel Panther comes out in fall of 2009, and they actually play just a few miles from here at the Newbury Comics Superstore in Norwood, which I attended for their acoustic live set. And we got home from that, and a buddy of mine goes, they're actually doing like a solo contest. You should enter it. And I was like, I think I will enter it. And that's how Pixie Lixxx was a spoof on Lexi Fox, right? And don't use Gorilla Glue number 4. Few of you will get that reference. But yeah, it's a, just, hold on. Hold on a second. Shit. Hold on. Hold on. Play some holds. All right. No, sorry. No, I think we're good. So anyway, that's where the... hold on. Okay, no, we're good. That's where the name came from. And, I started from there, and I did the contest thing back then, and that was a long time ago. And I just never wound up changing the name. I've thought about changing the name a bunch of times, but I haven't yet. I should, though. It's sort of run its course. And believe it or not, the XXX at the end will pull you out of a bunch of search engines. It's like, that is really the kiss of death. And something I didn't even think about when I first came up with it. Deep South Louisiana, SG looks killer. Thanks, buddy. Action on Strat, a touch too low. The trem is decked. Any advice to raise the bass strings? If it's on a standard Strat, there's not a lot you can do. I mean, you could try to add a little bit of relief to the neck, but you may end up, causing some buzzing. and the upper registers. The only thing that would giving the neck a little bit more relief may raise it up, but it sounds a little odd to me. If it's too low, it almost seems like you need a reverse shim, right, where the back of the neck has to come up, or the front of that neck, if that neck ever came off, is not quite fully down in that front pocket. You should check that, because that's actually come up before. And I'm assuming that your low E, you've got that dialed all the way up, and you still get the action is too low. You got to check the angle on that neck then, because that sounds like there's an issue there. Shouldn't be like that. If you've got that trim decked, which you said you did, you should be able to work with it. You should be in the range. If it's not, then it's an angle thing. What's up, Funkster? San Antonio. My new Les Paul has overspray on it. No! I hate that. How does it feel, Pixie Lixxx, to have an audience? I don't know. I don't see any of you. Quite lonely, to be honest. Can you still play the contest solo, Steve? Probably. Right. Right. I probably started kind of like he does. Right. It was an A, right? And then I did a little thing like that, right? So I went it kind of like almost like he starts out the solo, right? And then I went and he kind of does that a little bit too. And then I went, and then I think for the second half I went, big wide sweeps like 80s style, which is easier. The nines on this are really slinky. I don't really play nines anymore, and these feel a little weird. Play Freebird. I don't remember Freebird. Is it? Something like that. I'm not playing these songs every day, dudes. I'm probably missing a ton. All right, here we go. You know what? I'm like, geez, it hasn't moved in a while. It's because I moved up, and when you move up, it automatically freezes it. Now it's moving again. I'm taking I didn't win the contest. No, it got it got ugly. They ended the contest early, and then they announced another winner, and no, but it was their loss. Oh man. Ever play a Chiquita travel guitar? I actually have, because we sold them. The Chiquita, I want to say, was if I remember correctly, was a Hondo, right? And we were a Hondo dealer. And I'm pretty sure we had one in yellow, if I remember correctly. You like Mountain Leslie West? Oh, yeah. No, Mountain Leslie West. Freaking awesome. Really freaking good. Got a little gate on here. I was like trying to hit something, and I'm like, play Thunderstruck. Oh god, I haven't played that in forever either. That's a B string, right? Right? And that, if you don't know, that before that song came out, when he was live, and I had seen him live a few times, he would go, right? right? He'd tap around on the stage, right, in his little thing. Right, and the hand would go up. I'm no Angus Young, but you get it. Thoughts on Vinnie Moore? A killer guitar player, amazing. You know, he was that Mike Varney group, right? When Mike Varney was just slaying everybody back in the 80s. So he was like just part of that whole crowd, that whole like shred brigade of the 80s. Right? Isn't that how it sounds? Goes to show you his range when he could sing. That sounds out. Got to be careful playing the Zepp stuff because Zeppelin has no sense of humor. when it comes to copyright, they are uncool, man. And the law of the internet takes over. Oh, thanks, Sean. Very nice. Thank you. Oh, that's sad to hear. Kenny's saying that he had to stop playing guitar because of carpal tunnel syndrome and tendonitis. It happens. I've got a couple of friends that has been a real issue, and carpal tunnel in particular. You know, it's a drag, and it doesn't seem to affect everybody, right? That's what makes it even more of a drag. Demo, he's asking somebody else, demo Katana, Katana, C-A-T-A-N-A. You won't be disappointed. You know, that's got a real legion of followers right now. You know, if you ever go on any of the forums for various, guitars, Strats, Tellys, you name a guitar, there's a forum out there for it. Ibanez, Gems. People love that Katana. It's got some love out there, man. Big love. You know any Rush? Right, you gotta get that. I played with Rudy Sarzo at a jam. He's a great dude. I love that dude. He is into it. I see him at NAMM just about every year. He's always in an ensemble. He's always out, you know, he's into it. The guy is into it. And I love Rudy Sarzo. This is not my guitar, and it's not my buddy Bobby's guitar. Alfredo's asking if it's my guitar or Bobby's guitar. This is the guy who owns the Gibson Future Tribute, the Gibson. This came with a snap neck, courtesy of Japan. So he got his money back. It was just a matter of could we salvage it? You know, could we get the guitar back working again? And the answer is yes. And if it breaks tonight on camera, then the answer will be no. But so far, she's holding, Captain. All right, on a possibility of really screwing this. That sounds pretty good. We'll go back to that other one. Custom casino amplifier. Any thoughts? I haven't played one. Is it a new one? I mean, Custom's been around freaking forever. Now, there's a brand that was around when I was a kid. But, I don't know, is this like a reissue, a new, like, is Custom been, because almost every brand seems to have been, like, reinvented in the last 10 years. But, I can't say I've played one. Hey, what's up, Jim? Had to catch the Derby. I was playing a little Joe Satriani earlier. Very little. Got to be careful playing too much. Those friggin'... Those software police, the sound police. They're vicious. How does it compare to a Gibson SG? It's about half the money. Actually, probably not, because the Grecos, they get more money now. You know, these are like $500 or $600, and you could get a Gibson for probably, you know, $799, pretty steadily, $899. So they're not that far apart anymore. I'm using TH3. Play some Aussie. This neck is so long. What's up, Randolph? Zach may be back with Ozzy soon. Oh, that'd be cool. You know, I mean, he's done with the Sabbath thing, right? Why not go and get back with them? Let me know if you're hearing a lot of wind. I actually have a little fan over here going. If this sounds like, you know, like noisy, let me know. I'll kill that fan. Yeah, Rip J. Giles, I know. I'm trying to think if I... Something like that. I don't know too many J. Giles riffs. Sorry. No anchovies, please. Oh, Sabbath. The riff master. You know, I only really was, and then, you know, even... You know, even when he got with Dio, he wrote some killer riffs. Killer. You know, you going to Maiden this summer? I should. God. I went to see them in the summer of '83. It'd be interesting to see if anything's changed. Who's Greco? The guy who owns the Future Tribute. It's that dude's. I don't know if he wants me to say his name, so I won't. We got Uruguay. What's up, Norway? You're up late. Pixie, Ibanez, or Kramer or not, y'all. I don't know what you're saying. Pixie, Ibanez, or Kramer or not, y'all. I don't know what you're saying. You saying Pixie, Ibanez, or Kramer? Well, those two? I'd probably say Ibanez. You know, they got better quality control than Kramer did, for the most part. But Kramer just has this raw, you know, there's something about Kramer. Pretty cool. But really, their best ones are their older ones. The newer ones are are good. The classic ones are great. Actually, those are actually pretty good. Though those newer ones are actually not that bad, now that I think about it. There's a middle period where they're real junk, but not those. Those are pretty good. From New Jersey isn't that special. Oh, yeah. Do eruption via Van Halen. Yeah, you first. Everyone always says that. Do eruption. Thoughts on Rammstein? Everyone always asks me that. I don't know much about them. They seem like a bit of a novelty band. If they're serious, I don't know. They look like a novelty, but, you know, are they sort of a more serious version of Guar? Because does your headphone cable ever bug you? Oh, yeah. But there's actually a little latency with the wireless ones, which you don't notice when you're listening to music, but when you're playing, it's noticeable. It's enough that's annoying. North Wales, what's up, buddy? You play Thunderstruck? I played it earlier. Rewind. Is that a bolt-on Greco? No. This is a set neck, which is why I had to glue it, because the neck snapped off on in a route from Japan. Now, there is a theory out there, and it may be a good theory. My friend says that was broken before he put it in there. He had a broken neck guitar, but he had pictures of it when it wasn't broken. He threw it in there. He said, "Oh, what? It's broken?" And then collected his insurance money and refunded me. And I said, maybe. I don't know. That's weird. Usually they want the item, the broken item, if you collect insurance money. But he did get his money back. He got a 100% refund. It's a glue-on Greco. What's up, Detroit? Corkwood control. No, that is, this had a sticker on it, right? And the guy who got the guitar said, "I'm never going to peel that sticker off because I don't want to." Now the glue is really adhered to the plate itself, and when he pulled it off, of course, it's like a part of the... It would probably come off with some Goo Gone, right? Or maybe a little bit of goof off, but I'd be worried about melting that plastic. It might come off with a blow dryer and, just a little bit of heat, might be enough to peel that off. But that's basically this is an old guitar. There's an old, I don't know how old it is, but I got to think it's at least from the 90s, maybe the 80s. Do they have? No, they got nothing up there. I don't know. I don't know where they date these. That is a good sound though, right? Can I hear a whole song from you somewhere? Yeah, I have like a half dozen or more covers on YouTube. James King? Sure. Oh, thanks, Adam. He says you have the best tone on a live broadcast, if not the best. Thanks, man. Goo Gone is safe, but goof off. will eat the plastic. Yeah, you might be right on that. They smell like I don't know if it's carburetor cleaner or brake cleaner. One of them. Have you seen Old Glenn Tipton Greco? No. But a lot of guys back then would use the Japanese versions of them because that's all they could get their hands on. Jakey Lee is great. My buddy Darren is singing for him, yeah. Jakey Lee is great. I agree. Have you ever heard of Aspen guitars? I don't think so. Prefer jumbo frets? Probably. I don't really have a problem with fret size. There's not too many frets that that annoy. Maybe the really tiny. I don't like them to be flat. They've just got to be a little bit of so thinness doesn't annoy me. I'm pretty flexible. And the jumbo frets I don't mind because I have a scallop guitar. You want to talk about the world's most jumbo frets? Play a scallop guitar for, I bought that in January of '88, and I scalloped it in '89. So it's been scalloped for almost 30 years. What do you think of in-ear monitors? They look awesome. Everyone's pretty much gone to them, except me. Come on in here. Lay a set on me, brah. Maybe I'll go hound them down at the NAMM show. Buy the Greco off the owner and keep it for yourself. All right, no one tell him I fixed it. I'll say, no, man, it broke even more and I just chucked it. Thoughts on the Hendrix signature Strat? I think the main thing you're getting with that, besides the reverse headstock, right, which is cosmetic, though those longer strings, if anything, will be annoying and get you in there, is the angled pickup, right? And I'd have to do a little A/B testing, see if I really hear it, Is there an online service for musicians to use Skype or something to jam each other without latency? I'm not sure. I know people have thought about it. Hey, what's up, Terry? Have a good one, 48 Diamond. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. I noticed it doesn't stay in tune very well there. This one? It's not bad. Oh, what is it? Oh, shit. I'm having a brain cramp. Quickly, another rat song. What's up, Sweden? What's up, Ireland? Legs or ass man? Boobs, bro. Boobs. What's up, showman? No beer or coffee tonight. Coffee right here, brah. See you, Tone Seeker. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Really appreciate it. I just read the rest. That's good. Remember berries. I remember Chewbacca. Is someone doing fake records? You know, you would. They do fake Epiphones because they just, at a very basic level, they just don't know. Sup, Whip Jr., buddy? Good to see you there, bud. Oh, I just lost my little thing here, and you're back. Get a nice set of fun bags on you there. There's the last 7 notes. How about some docking? Oh man, I don't know. I always have to go for this one. Look how you started on these webcasts. Lack of content. Like when you've gone 3 weeks without making a video and you're like, I really got to get a video up there. I know what I'll do. Live show. Turn the camera on, blah, 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 and strum for a couple of hours. Instant video. Would you change your channel name to? I don't know. I've thought about it. It's like, do you just Steve? I don't know. I don't want to use my real name because that's a problem. So, Guitar Dude. Then it starts to sound as stupid as Pixie Lixxx, which actually, you know, in terms of like a little bit of brand recognition is probably out there right now. You know, it's something. Do you smoke cigarettes? No. Cigarettes are so over. When I was a kid, my God. I mean, especially in the 70s, my God, like everybody friggin' smoked. But it really went away. By the 80s, it was still sort of going. 90s, that's probably when it really started to taper off, and then really by the 2000s, it had really just gone dead in the water. It doesn't help that, you know, cigarettes, you know, when I was a kid were 50 cents a pack, and they're probably, what, $8 or $9 a pack now? Did you ever get a new sump? I got the jackhammer, I got everything, I cleared everything out, but I haven't bought a sump. I haven't put a new sump in. I have a spare sump, just in case, a spare sump pump. Just in case this one dies. But no, I don't have a second sump. I got to really get that going. I really do. Cellar Dweller. Well, that's a good one. I know. Not the Flintstones again. Why not? No. What camera do you use? For the live show, I use a Logitech, what is that, the 920? The C920? Though I probably have to up that. I think it's the C922 now. That's the only one that's compatible with Windows 10 if I want to go beyond the current version. Every single time they update to the latest version of Windows 10, it breaks the camera because they removed the support for the codec. So stupid. So, but the other camera works with the codec. So I either have to stick with this version of Windows or spend another $70. For the videos, I now use a Lumix. I use a Panasonic Lumix G85. I've been using that for about 2 months now. I pretty much just got it. And we're getting there. I can tell you one thing. The render times are through the friggin' roof. It's like basically 4 times longer. So I used to render 30 seconds of render time for every minute of footage, and now I'm 2 minutes of render time for every minute of footage. So render times, on a 10-minute video went from 5 minutes, to 20 minutes. What's up, Spike? Have you tried the 11 rack? No, but that what's the new one called? Everybody seems to be getting them, but me. But that's based on 11 rack. It's a floor unit that seems to be going around, and supposedly it's based on the 11 rack technology. It's kind of pricey. I want to say it's $9.99. What's up, dude? Good to be back. What do you think of the new Steel Panther album? I love it. I think it's great. It's got a couple of tracks that are weak, like every album. But for the most part, it's pretty good, and it's got a couple of tracks I really dig. Is that not a Gibson? No, it's a Greco. Greco is one of those Japanese brands that won the ability to make exact copies in Japan, but you can't get them in the U.S. Yeah, you can, but you'd have to buy them as a consumer from someone in Japan, and import it one by one, and not for resale. Someone said play Heartbreaker. The problem with playing Heartbreaker is, as I was saying earlier, Zeppelin in particular, they have a serious problem with people playing their riffs, and I'd probably get flagged for friggin'. Oh, look who's here! Recognize this, bro? The dude who owns the guitar just showed up. Oh, so nice. So nice. I'd have to do it like reggae style. Yeah, Stairway to Court. Yeah. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. Come on, woman's man. No time to talk. I don't know the lyrics so well, but I do know the melody. Staying alive. Yeah, I got to do Led Zeppelin. Hey, Peter, what's up, buddy? How have you been? I've been doing good. Oh, yeah, you were at the Barnum and Bailey circuit, the very last one. Yeah, I took my kids to that when they were little, and they weren't into it. I think they liked the Big Apple Circus better, more intimate. It was almost like the Barnum and Bailey one was just too much going on. You know? It did come out awesome, buddy. You're gonna dig this when you get it. You can come by and pick it up anytime you want. It got restrung today. I mean, you can still see the crack a little bit. You're gonna have cracks. I mean, that's just normal. Everyone knows that. You're gonna have cracks. Whoa. Try not to snap the neck again. What's up, Reign of Cain? I am enjoying my day. Thank you, buddy. First live stream. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Yeah, you can't kill Ozzy. He's like part Neanderthal or something, right? He's good. Greco and Reaver, 549. Yeah, that's reasonable. What age are your kids? They are 11 and 13. What did you do to this? I didn't do anything to it other than repair it. I'm not the one who broke it. He bought it. To repeat the story again. He bought it and it showed up with a snapped neck from Japan. And we had to glue it, and we did a glue. I talked about it at the beginning of the video about how I had to go in there and surgically reattach and clamp it up, and then just wait, and then clean it up because there was glue everywhere. And it seems to be holding. She's holding, Captain. And this neck is very comfortable. Hey, what's up, Jeff? I remember watching one of your videos about your amp simulator, which that you use. Which one would you recommend? Right now, I think the one to beat is TH3. Overloud's TH3. That's the one I'm going through right now. I think in sheer quality of sound, I like them best. The other ones out there are pretty damn good too, right? So you got to shop around, see what you like. Some people don't like this. It's almost like a little too metal pushed for what they like. But I love it. This is like my favorite of the ones out there. Your other ones are going to be your Guitar Rig. But I don't know. Guitar Rig, I almost want to boycott right now until they come out with the Guitar Rig 6. Guitar Rig 5 is now like, what, 5 or 6 years old now? I think it came out in either... It could have been 2012, but I could have sworn it was 2011. But if it was 2012, even still, that's 5 years ago. You know, it's time to come up with another version. You know, come out with Guitar Rig 6 for crying out loud. And then, of course, there's the PV Revolver, which I really like, and that's a really inexpensive one. That's like $99. And then the other big one is Amplitude 4. Also $99, but compared to PV, it's a lot fewer amps, right? A lot fewer, and they want you to buy amps out of their store. So does PV, but I think PV stocks you up with a lot more free stuff for your $99 to start, and then you can fill in from there. Whereas Amplitude is a little skimpy on the amps when you first get it. They sound great; they're killer amps, you know. And I have friends that really swear by Amplitude. I swear by TH3. Again, it's really a matter of preference. You know. What glue did you use? I used Tight Bond 3. A fresh, a fresh container of Tight Bond 3. I love that riff. I'm going nowhere. Somebody help me. Get a Kemper. You know, I thought about it. Here's the problem with the Kemper. The problem with the Kemper is its price. It's freaking expensive. It's really expensive. So TH3, you know, I'm going to come right out and say it. You know, of all the ones out there, it's the most expensive. It's the priciest. But I really like it. And at the most expensive, at the priciest one out there, without it being on sale, it's $299, right? The Kemper is like $22.99, right? $21.99. It's pricey. It's up there. So, I mean, they're not even in the same ballpark in terms of price. Now, that Kemper is amazing, right? It's killer. It's unbelievable. But, you know, I'm happy. I'm not feeling a need. To be honest, I really like to run the tube amps through the reload box. I think I get more fun out of that, you know, and then running those into the software and loading cabs up from like Rosen Digital and 3 Sigma, you know, and companies like that, you know, those Mesa ones. There's a bunch out there. Bias is a good amp. Someone says, surprise, Bias not mentioned. Bias is a good amp, but it's not full featured like any of these other packages are. It truly is just an amp. Right? The difference between Bias amp and all these other packages I just mentioned, Guitar Rig 5, Amplitude, TH3, you know, was that all of them? Was there another one? PV, Revolver. Those all have like compressors, delays, reverbs, all these different effects, different signal chains that you can set up. If you go through Bias, you know, Bias, what it does is amazing, right? It's really, really good software. But you're going to need a couple of their products, and you're going to have to run that in Bias Effects, right? To really get the full, I think, package of what you're getting with these other companies. I think the best one's TH3. They pack it with like a bazillion amps and I love their stereo. See how that's got a spread to it? You know? It just gives it a certain, I don't know, certain immersion, a certain stereo feel. That I just think sounds good. I just like it. I really wish that they would give me one. Come on, Overloud. But they won't. Or they haven't offered to. The Mark DV looks great. Yeah, the Mark DV, I had, you know, I could probably call that up really quickly. I had been playing with that Mark DV one. Where was it? Not this one. Yeah, this one. Actually, the AX8, that is a killer piece of gear. I think of all the ones out there, I think the one to beat, I'm glad I saw that in here. That one is amazing. That's an amazing piece of kit. And I want to say it's what, $13.99, $14.99? Am I too high? Am I too low? Am I right in that ballpark? Is that your man cave? Yeah. Partial man cave. We got more crap down here. It gets pretty industrial pretty quickly. Water heaters, furnaces, all that crap. Is it time for a guitar change? Yeah, intermission is a guitar change. Yeah, this is my basement. Which is fine as when it's dry. People know I do get a little bit of water down here, and sometimes a lot of water. So I'm seeing. Where do you like it? Pix, I think you cost all the RGs from 88 to 93 to double in price. I can't find it. I know, my God. I got to be careful. I got to start talking about guitars I like. I'm shooting myself in the foot over here. Oh, that's good. Thoughts on Les Paul Artisans? I don't know about the Artisan. Is that the one with the... I think I'm thinking of the HP. I think I'm confusing it with the High Performance. I'd have to take a look. I'm gonna start out... I don't know anything about the guitar. I'm gonna start out by saying it's probably overpriced. Steve, what was the best live rig you ever used? Oh, that's a good question. That's a great question. Oh, man. I'd have to think about that. At one point, I was running like a digital PV preamp. It was a tube, all tube preamp. I was running that stereo because it was the 80s. Oh, really, it was the 90s. It was like probably 91, 92. Into twin stereo Fender output amps. Into twin Fender stereo cabs. And I got to say, that was a pretty damn good sounding amp. I'm trying to think if I went into a situation where I played into someone else's rig and was impressed with it, but not really. Not off the top of my head. Hey, what's up, Nova Scotia? Fender SZ720, what's your thoughts? I don't know the SZ off the top of my head. If it's S series, I'm assuming it's the thinner series. What I really know about Ibanez is really from the golden years, which I consider to be like 88 through 93, maybe 94. Really 93, you're guaranteed. By the time you get to 94, it gets a little bit trickier. Play your 91 Ibanez and Grape Ice. Does anyone pay attention to these videos? That was Bobby's. The Grape Ice one's Bobby's. That one wasn't mine. All right, what are we switching to? You know, shop at Guitar Center. Well, you're missing out on some of the lowest prices on the market. Because I have scored so many killer guitars from them. Usually because they have no idea what they have. But I'll take it. Oh, I'll take it. Could you break out the yellow custom copy? I don't think so, because that's in the back room. I got all the Chinese ones and a couple of the Squires. I got that all in the back because I had to clear out room over here because we were doing that job last fall in the garage. And I have a bunch of crap in the garage down here. We actually just got a bunch of new shelving for the garage, so this will get out, and I'll be able to get back there and get in there. Hopefully, those don't have broken necks, because I've been sitting back there for like a friggin' year. Any one of my Strats, people are saying Strats, Gibson. Change the guitar. You can't see the guitar? Or the shirt, right. Is that better? I know, it's these bevels. Okay. What was your first electric guitar? Mine was an Aria Pro 2 Night Warrior. Mine was an Aria 510T, which was their ES335 copy. And it is actually right there. See the headstock? The black headstock right there? Right there? That's the guitar. But the body's like falling apart, and the pickups are falling apart, and it can't be used. People are saying blackouts. People say, just play the 76 Ibanez. That's actually close by. I might be going 76 Ibanez. You know? All right. A decision has been made. Sorry about that. Oy. Maybe we can take a little bit closer look. You can see there's your break point. There's your break point right there. Oh God. How do I turn this thing? Yeah, right there. Yeah, see, you can see the crack mark right there. A little bit of the crack. Crack and Zola. All right. I think I'll be getting a text from him soon. Oh. We'll do the mini. I'll move this over right here. That's the bottom. That's the top. Son of a bitch! Alright, here we go. I haven't played this one in a bit, so it was an easy choice. Damn. Move that down, though. Jesus. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. This chair feels frickin' low. No, I guess it isn't. Never mind. I guess it's me. All right. I want to say the Greco almost sounded like it might have had... Was it a little hotter? Is there a problem with this? What's that tone we started with? Check, check. This thing's still on. That was it. Oh yeah. I think that delay is just a tiny bit high. That's a little better. I think what it is I'm hitting it a little hard. Oh yeah, it sounds better. Well, they're a little hard to stay in tune when you haven't played it for a while. I mean, I just opened that case up. And I can just look at these strings and see they haven't been played that much. Yeah, it's just like a Gibson, right? Yeah, these are DiMarzio Super Distortions. DiMarzio Super distortions. This is a great guitar. I'm just mesmerized by it in the camera feedback right here. That's a good looking guitar you got there, kid. Makes you look kind of sophisticated. Can you see our comments? I can. I don't know about you guys, but my guitars go sharp when they just sit on the shelf. So I'll play the guitar and I got it in tune, and I just put it on a stand for like a week, maybe 5 days, you know. And I pick it up. It's always, without fail, a little sharp. And I got to think it's because it's warm when I'm playing it, and then when I'm not playing it, it turns cold. Maybe it's a winter thing, and that makes it go sharp. I never got that. What strings do you use? I use clear tone for the most part. I've got a few Diodarios, but I'm mainly switched to clear tone at this point. They do last long, I gotta say. They're pretty good. Any chance we can see the Lotus again? Sure. I just had it. It's right there. Returned my Les Paul after a week. It was too heavy, went out of tune too much. Yeah, you know, they're, you know, if there's one guitar that needs to be, like, lubed in the nut slots or have the nut slots dressed and maybe polished a little bit, it's Gibson. And I swear to God, it's that friggin' Plec machine. Like, they used to sit there and hand do all that, and they don't do that anymore. The machine goes, zzz, 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 and it's done, and it goes out. And so I think that the pinching at the nut slot is a real thing with Gibson. And because mine does it, and I got friends that have them that do it too. It's almost like they're cut almost a little too precise. And they pinch the string a little bit, and you're tuning it, and you're like, geez, it's out of tune. That can be fixed with a little bit of like ceramic lube or graphite. Graphite I use the ceramic because it's white, and it doesn't, you know, look bad. The graphite is just a mess. That's a little chromaticism for you. I meant to do that. No, the Plec machine does it all now. The Plec machine cuts the nut slots too. Does everything. And that's why they use the Corian nut. Right? So they put a Corian nut on it, and that Corian nut it's epoxied in, right? I mean, it's in there. And if the nut has a problem, right, it needs to be redone, you're not supposed to take it out. And what the Gibson manual states that it would go back to the shop, and the Plec machine would cut a perfect flat platform. They would epoxy a new top to it, and then the Plec machine would reslot it. And then it would go back out to the customer with a stacked nut, a base, and then a top part. Which is crazy, but that's how they do it. They don't want to tap the nut out. And if you've ever seen a video on a guy who had to take the nut out, they have to take like a Dremel to cut it out. Unless you might you could snap the neck off, the headstock off. Gibson. Only Gibson could make the nut a non-serviceable item. I mean, come on. Yeah, THC is full on for 249 pounds at Overloud right now. They had a sale a couple of weeks ago. It was $199 US. I have a feeling in pounds that'd be about $179 or even $149. So you probably just missed the sale, but they'll have another one. They're doing them throughout the year. There absolutely will be another sale. I don't have a homemade recipe, but I do use I can't think of the name of it. It's in a small white bottle with a red label. And it's probably sold on Musician's Friend or Guitar Center, but it's ceramic lube. Ceramic. And the whole thing about ceramic is that it's basically these little micro plates of ceramic, and what's so good about it is it can take pressure very well, and it won't rub off. That's the whole thing about graphite too, right? It can handle pressure very well, but even the graphite will wear out, where the ceramic will last even a little bit longer. Plus, it has some white lube, just basically white grease. That's the vehicle to get the ceramic plates on it, the little micro plates. How are you with playing slide guitar? Terrible. I got to really work on that. I mean, I'm feeling that's a huge gap in my playing, is my lack of slide. Pretty damn bad. What do you think of Marshall making sunglasses now? Well, they're trying to, it's a brand. It's a brand. Homemade lube, you say? No, I use the, oh God, I can't think of the name of it, but it's one of the branded ones. It's good. Can you play NIB by Black Sabbath? Is that it? Do you have any acoustic guitars? Oh, yeah. I got a few. Larrivee. I got a Fender Concert Classic. Ovation. I got a 12-string. I have the, whatchamacallit, the Kramer Explorer. I got to shim the neck on that. That definitely needs a neck shim. But I'll order those shims up out of StewMac. I'll have to do a video on that over the summer. Yeah, those are tone glasses. I don't know if you guys follow Dawman Picks on Instagram, but he posted up a pic of some new signature picks for me. The next round is going to be the green UFO 3s. Man, I friggin' love those UFOs. Are you going to get a gold channel button at 50,000 subs? No, at 50,000 subs, you get a coal button. It's made out of pure coal. Can you play fingerstyle? A little bit. That I'm a little bit better on, certainly than slide. I can play like a little bit more like fingerstyle, but even that's pretty bad. I'm a pick guy. I really am, I went all in on picking, and even that I'm bad at. Sad about Alan Holdsworth. Thoughts on him? I was stunned, okay? I met Alan in January 2016 at the NAMM show, and he was smart and witty and super nice, and I got an autograph and a photo, and I was stunned. It's like my dad is 83, he was 70. That feels really young to me, to be that young and to pass away. So my heart went out to his family, and, we lost an amazing player. And the one thing about Alan Holdsworth that I really remember was that when he played that synth axe back in the 80s, they were what we would call, I don't know if it was 5th fret or 1st fret, but I want to say it was 1st fret, maybe 5th fret. They were all equally spaced. It wasn't a log, right? So the frets didn't get progressively, the distance between the two frets got progressively shorter, right? Less as you went up the fretboard. The 1st fret and the last fret were the same distance apart. Think about that. Like when you're soloing, right? You up here, I can, because the frets are so small, but down here, that same spread is only this many frets. And he would shred that. He would rip through the syntax. It was like unbelievable. And you never even, it took a while to like figure out, oh my God, those frets are all equally spaced, and he was just tearing it up. And I probably don't have the aptitude to really fully appreciate what goes on in his playing. I think there's not too many people have that sort of ear to really hear, right? For some people, they hear that and they hear exactly what's going on. They're like, wow, that's very clever, right? Or that's really interesting. Or, I hear what you're doing there. I like the sound of it, but it's pretty much, a lot of it's a little bit beyond my comprehension. I'm trying to think if I got to see Alan Holdsworth. That sounds like an act I would have like made a point to see in the 80s, but I don't think so. I'm trying to remember if I saw him with the syntax back in the 80s, and it's not ringing a bell. So I don't think so. And he didn't play at NAMM. He was just at the Kiesel booth. Do you have any tips for learning how to jam with other guitarists? Turn the amps down. I find that usually when you jam with another guitar player, you start to get into amp wars. And right, it's an escalation. So you just got to be cognizant of that. Don't go too crazy. And the hardest part is listening and playing at the same time. I remember the first time I started jamming with people, I was like, I would like mess up. I just couldn't get through a friggin' song. But that goes away. That takes like a day, a couple days, and you rip right through it, and then you're fine. Yeah, Holdsworth could see the scales across the whole neck, yeah. No, these are 3mm. That's a 3mm pick. But that's I think part of my sound is that little, I do love these picks. Big fan. Yeah, I don't know if he makes a 1. I think 1.5 green meanie. That might be the thinnest pick he makes. I think he makes a 1.5, a 2, and a 3. So I think you're gonna have to go 1.5 or that. And my last round of picks, I got a 2 because I was worried about the 3. And then he sent me some 3s, and I was like, you know what? I like the 3s. It gets a nice attack. Yeah, that's up and down. You see, that was up and down harmonics. Yeah, Impeller Eddie did a good cover of Over the Rainbow. Yeah, so did Beck. Still have plans to go to Moscow for the dog picks. Maybe. We haven't really talked about it much. It was just sort of thrown out there, but yeah, I'd do it. Hey, Terry. Don't worry. We're going to be going for about another 20 minutes. 19-ish. Oh, and they find $1,000 on the bottom. I know. I hear you. Play Beavis and Butthead. Right. Something like that, right? Beavis and Butthead, yeah. I need Tippy. Are you threatening me? I always thought they were going to make a second movie, and it never happened. You know? Felt like the first one did it well enough that they'd make a second one. And where's the second Simpsons movie for that? You know, it was 2007, right? I mean, we're 10 years later. You play any Metallica? Zach and Ozzy back together. I'm seeing a lot of that tonight. A lot of people are saying that. People are talking. By De Niro. People are talking. Hey, what's up, Flipside? What's up, Flip? Hello, DRXMR. Know any Rush songs? Yeah, I know a couple. Can't play that one though. I always play this one. It's like a weird. That's actually not the chord you think it is. It's like some weird chord. I'd have to look that up again. I'm not playing freeboard, damn it. Free Boyd, free braid, free braid. There you go. I'd have to do it without thinking. But not so shitty. Logitech has a new 4Cam. I'd have to see if I could handle the frame rate. I get a 100 meg. I have 120 megabit upstream. The problem is that even when I switch to 1080p, you gotta remember this is no hardware encoding. It's all software encoding, and even at 1080p it chokes my computer. I doubt at 4K I'd be able to get it work without anything less than like the latest i7, you know. How are you live? How am I not live? I am live through the magic of frame rate encoding, packet encapsulation, routers and bridges and and switches. It's a Kentucky Derby day. Oh, bet you won't see me. Where does it go? Is it A? G, right? Oh, yeah. Loudness! Hold on a second here. We got to, did you check out Robert Baker on EVHT? No, I didn't know what was going on. I saw he had posted it today, and I went and watched the video earlier. But I didn't see it last night, so I didn't get to see it live. I think that if he gave maybe a little bit more promo, I would have seen it. I didn't see it. Are you tuned to E-flat? I very well could be. Am I? Slightly sharp though. Yeah. Loudness opening for Motley Crue. You know, I might have seen that show. That sounds familiar. I think I saw that same loudness opening for Motley Crue. My God, that does sound very familiar. I probably saw that same tour. Like 85, 86, somewhere in there. 84, 85, 86. Fast way. Yeah. Something like that. What is the software you're using and what is it driving? Speakers, watts? The only speakers it's driving are the speakers in whatever you're listening to and whatever watts. It's all direct. So I'm running directly into there's no microphones, there's no speakers. The only time the audio hits the air is when it finally gets to my headphones or your audio, whatever. So I run into the unit, which is basically a Focusrite 18920. That goes into the computer and makes the amp sound. Can I bypass it? No. Is it really? Really? I mean, I don't want to say that a bypass button seems to be, normal, but I'm not seeing one. Yeah. Yeah, there's no bypass button. Anyway. Had to sit through Tesla to see Crew. It could be worse. It could be worse. I've been to a couple of shows where people dragged me along, and God, it was painful. You know who I went to go see on a lark and I actually really liked them? Was Anthrax. I went to go see them. They were playing the Paradise in Boston. And man, they were tight. And I like that guitar player's sound. Was it Ian something? They were pretty good, man. They were pretty fucking damn good. TH3, bros. TH3. You always play us out with Thunderstruck. Oh my God, it's 8:56. Yeah, we think we have to start Wrapping his sack. Scott Ian. Scott Ian. That's it. I knew it was Ian something. Ian Scott. I love their version of She, too. You ever hear them? You know, their cover of Kiss's She is friggin' awesome. I really, really dig that. Oh, Straight Through the Heart. See, the reason why I can't go past 9 is my family will friggin' kill me because they're sequestered on the 3rd floor. They're up in the attic watching a movie. All right, dudes. It's 8:57 p.m. And I'm so glad we had this time together. Just to have a laugh, you know, sing a song. Seems we just get started out before you know it. Comes the time we have to say so long. So, we're going to call it a night. I appreciate everybody hanging out. I thought we had a great show tonight. I certainly had fun. Hope you did too. And, you know, I'll see you in a month. On the first Saturday of June. I always say I'm going to do them sooner, but the next thing I know, it's the first Saturday, and my wife is like, another live show? I'm like, that was a month ago. She's like, ah. That's the support I get around here. Anyway, dudes, you're awesome. Thanks so much for hanging out. And as always, rock on. Later.